It's Week 17 of the 2024 season. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Saints and the Raiders, next on Madden Football.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really...
Glad you're with us. It's Blake Grupe to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
O'Connell going straight to the air. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A tough season for them to this point, and here's part of the reason why. You see the injuries have left them short-handed in prior weeks, and that's the case again here in this one.
Brandon, great teams can overcome injuries and keep their seasons on track, but sometimes even the great teams have injuries that are just too numerous, or they affect the wrong group of guys, the guys who actually lead their ball club, and it's just tough to get past them. This team struggling with that.
O'Connell from the gun on third down. Open man is Myers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. You look at this Raiders defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Carr now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. And award that sack to Boogie Basham.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Throwing, O'Connell. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw here, O'Connell. That's to Bowers once again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And he edges forward and only gets a pair of yards out of it in 2nd down. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Saints will have the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Carr. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Saints at 5 and 10 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Carr. Steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And it coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
This offense returns to the fold along with running. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Carr toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Throwing now is Carr. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And O'Connell now to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Saints offense and the veteran Alvin Kamara getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get in the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Kamara up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw his car. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to have another first out as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the Raiders' 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 25.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So Carr departs, and on is Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's O'Connell. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now we give to Madison. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 7. Now it's O'Connell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, here's Kamara. And not much here, as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they go play action here with O'Connell. For Marshall, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now O'Connell. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. DeAndre Swift, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Carr going to throw. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Shotgun now for Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, this is Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Carr to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
Good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Kamara try the right side, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So Carr departs, and on is Blake Grupe for the Saints field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, O'Connell. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. This 2nd and 4. Now Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Kamara. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1. 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. O'Connell out of his end zone. Short throw caught by Bowers. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. On first down, Abdullah. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Abdullah. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return is Pettis. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now Carr. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down.
Defended by Darian Richardson.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Carr. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Throwing, O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 60 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Going to run with Madison again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. To throw here. O'Connell. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Working from the gun, it's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Now he's loose up the left sideline. Off to the races, Alvin Kamara. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 90 yards.
Wow. I mean, we talk about flipping the field. Normally we're saying 40, 50 yards, but how about this play? This is as long a play as you'll see that does not result in a touchdown. From backed up near your own goal line to now 1st and goal, what a play right there.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. So out come the Raiders. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Marshall. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They try the right side with Abdullah. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger run.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Chase Young getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. O'Connell. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. This is 1st and 10. Here's O'Connell. throw is going to be incomplete.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Here's O'Connell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
O'Connell here on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Will Harris. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Saints, they get their 6th win of the season against 10 losses. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.